Alright everybody, an update on Chipotle. Um, so Chipotle ran into some resistance at $58.54. Got a little pullback coming in here to find some support at around $57. Today is the September 29th. So Monday the 30th, when we open up, we want to see a bar open up above this area in here and start to push higher. If not, if we get a red bar coming down, we want our 20-day SMA to act as support to help force the stock higher. We have our 200 SMA and our 150 SMA coming up to act as support as well. Which, if you look back here, our 200 was acting as resistance and then support, but then it couldn't hold, and then it came back and it gapped down to act as resistance again. Then we pushed up above it, came back through it, and then now we're going back up above it. So when we come back down, if we come back down, we want our 20-day to start acting as a support. Right here, it's just been a little wishy-washy. Couldn't really do anything. It definitely was acting as some type of barrier because of our gap down and our retest, and then push through. And it took a big bar here to get back through it again, and then another big bar to get through it. So when it comes back over here to this $56 area, which I have an order waiting at 56, I do have a position in Chipotle, so I'm definitely going to buy some more if it does come down to 56. I have an order waiting at $56. If it doesn't hit that order, then no harm, no foul. Hopefully it'll come down and push higher. I actually don't want it to hit that 56. I like to see it continue higher right now, but if it does, I won't be too nervous because of my support averages here. My simple moving averages here and the 200 here. I'd like to see this 150 curl over and get above the 200, which would indicate an even more bullish market. That's what I'm looking for on that. I know if we look down here where this ATR is, we have an ATR of, get that out of the way, of $1.40. Okay, so a $1.40 move put us what, $1.40. Right there. $1.40 would put us back at this, like I said, $56 area. Or if we can get $1.40 going this way. Okay. So if we can get a bar, we should either get a bar this way or a bar that way. I'm hoping to continue higher from this support area, or this area that's been kind of a dead area, really a ranging area. And I'll show you if I open this up wider. See, we got that in here, it just kind of went back and forth, and then we broke up, went up here, came back down and busted through it, and then now we're back into this area again, and it started to do the same thing against this resistance area, $58.54. Here it just oscillated through it. It couldn't get above it and couldn't get below it, so it's almost like a center point. And here now it's just acting as a resistance area. So So we need to get up above it, which once we get up above it, we're probably going to run into this up here again, which is going to cause us to come back and retest it. So we'll see what happens if it does the same thing, or if it, consolidates enough below it to just finally just blow right through it, which is what I'm betting on. I'm thinking it's gonna, like I said, I got to order in at 56. I don't think I'm the only one. I think that there's been some, buyers here, gapped it up, then it gapped down, had a big bar to push through it, and it came back, retested that area, then it retested that area again. Now it's pushed back up through it, found it to support here, and so if we do come back down, I think there's going to be buyers in this $56 area along with me to help push it back up. I don't foresee it doing this drop. If it does sell off, of course this is where I'm looking for the support to grab it again, to take it back up at around $48. But I don't foresee that. I foresee we're going to catch these moving averages and start pushing Chipotle higher again. Because like myself, I'm sure a lot of these buyers in here would like to see that $3,000 again Chipotle price. Because that's quite a bit of money if you got, even if you only buy one share at $56, you're talking about, $2,000 profit on maybe 12 to 24 months. You're not going to get that money in the bank on your $56, I guarantee you. You won't see that much money in the bank. So it'll be worth it to invest, if you only buy one share at $56, and wait and see what happens. Because what we do know, even with all the madness that they talk about, everything going on, the market has always done nothing but gone higher. And that's evident by if you go out and go max month, that's what Chipotle has done over the last, what is that, from 2010 to 2024, 14 years. It's gone from $1.47 to $69. So imagine if you had bought 100 shares at $1.47. Okay, even with all this madness going on in here, you'll still be sitting, you'd be Warren Buffett style over here, right? So keep that in mind when you're stressing over how much to buy. I'm not saying go crazy, but like I said, one share, if we get back to $3,000, you still make a $2,000 profit. Over, but that's simple math. So that's my take on Chipotle. It's either gonna do this and then this. That, or it might even just do this, which would be optimal. That's what I'd like to see it do. Straight on up through. Okay, like I said, it's got an average true range of $1.40, so if you do go in heavy, at least give yourself $2 of a window for your loss. Okay, at least give yourself $2. Now this bar here, that's probably way more than $1.47. That's probably let's see, a high of 52 and a low of 47. So it's what, $5 bar. So if you do decide to go in heavy in here, watch out for that. You might get this one though. Okay, which opened up at 50 and closed at 51. So that was our $1.06 or $1.60. right? But look at that. It dropped down here to a low of 48. So this bar went down here and it was red. And people were sweating bullets. And by the end of the day, it was back up here and it closed up here. Or maybe it started out up here and then went down there and came back and closed. Or whatever, however it did what it did, that bar right there was terribly scary. Okay, so this can happen. This can happen. So be careful when you're putting your trade on. You know, be ready to, to risk seeing something like this without freaking out and losing your trade. Okay, especially if you're, trying to day trade. But I mean, if you're day trading, you should have been out way before this even happened. Really, you shouldn't even be using a daily chart if you're day trading. You should be on a smaller time frame. So, so be careful. If you're day trading, you might be able to get that short, and then turn around and go back long, but you gotta have some skills for that one, I think. So be careful out there. But yeah, I'm looking for support here in this area and then continue higher. Or maybe we can just get a green bar, pop out, and just take off on Monday morning. But yeah, remember that you might want to put that ATR on your chart so you can know, what's the average for the last 14 days, how this has been moving. So 14 days was that 2 weeks of movement. So the average is $1.40 for per day for 2 weeks of movement. So I wonder if I should make that bigger. Let's see what it does for the last month of trading. I don't really care. If you want to mess around with it, you can on your chart, but I'm gonna leave it the way it is, because I'm not really too concerned with the ATR. I'm more concerned with where my supports and my resistances are. And I see support around $56 with my moving averages also supporting, and I see us going higher to retest this $62 area within the next month or so. Alright, so that's my take on Chipotle. Please like and follow. Also, my next video is going to be on Wingstop, which I slept on Wingstop, and Wingstop has continually surprised me with its movement. So I'm going to do one on Wingstop, and next time when that opportunity presents itself, I'm going to be all over it. So that's it for Chipotle. Please like and subscribe and look out for that Wingstop video. Alright, bye.